It was a crisp autumn morning, the kind that bites at your cheeks and makes you feel alive. I was deep in the Cascade Mountains, a place I've called my second home since I was a kid. This trip was different, though. I was there to scatter my grandfather's ashes. He was the one who taught me everything about the wilderness. How to read the trees, how to listen to the wind, how to respect the silence. He also told me stories of the forest's ancient guardians, the Sasquatch. He spoke of them not as monsters, but as shy, intelligent beings, the true spirits of the woods. I found the perfect spot, a small clearing overlooking a valley that glowed with the fiery colors of fall. As I opened the urn, a gust of wind caught me by surprise, and something slipped from my neck. It was my grandfather's locket, a simple, silver oval he'd worn every day. Inside was a tiny, faded picture of my grandmother. My heart sank. I searched for hours, combing through every leaf, every patch of moss, my hope dwindling with the daylight. The locket wasn't just metal, it was my last physical connection to him, a vessel of memories. Defeated and heartbroken, I finally gave up as dusk settled in, the forest growing dark and unfamiliar. The next morning, I returned to the clearing, a sliver of hope refusing to die. I was about to start my search again when I saw it, placed neatly on the flat surface of a large boulder. Right in the center of the clearing was the locket. It was unmistakable. My hands trembled as I picked it up. It was clean, almost polished. But that wasn't what stopped my breath. Next to where the locket had been, there was a single, perfect pine cone. And next to that, a footprint. It was massive, larger than any human print I'd ever seen, pressed clearly into the damp earth. My mind raced. A bear. A prank. But the placement was so deliberate, so gentle. It felt like a gesture. I looked around, scanning the dense tree line, my heart pounding in my chest. I didn't see anything, but I felt something. A presence, a feeling of being watched, not with malice, but with a quiet, profound curiosity. It was then that my grandfather's stories came flooding back. The shy, intelligent beings, the guardians of the forest. I stood there for a long time, locket clutched in my hand. I didn't feel fear. Instead, a wave of incredible gratitude washed over me. I looked towards the trees and whispered, "Thank you." The word felt small, inadequate for the magnitude of what had just happened. It was more than just finding a lost object. It felt like a message. That day, something shifted within me. I'd always loved the wilderness, but now, my respect for it deepened into a sense of reverence. The world suddenly felt bigger, more mysterious, and infinitely more magical than I had ever imagined. The locket was returned. Yes, but what I truly received was a lesson in humility and connection, a reminder that we share this world with wonders we may never fully understand. My grandfather believed the Sasquatch were protectors of the balance between our world and theirs. Maybe, in its own way, one of them saw my grief. Maybe it understood the significance of that small piece of silver. It chose not to stay hidden, but to reach across the veil of mystery and offer a moment of kindness. It was an act of empathy from a creature most people don't even believe exists. That experience taught me that the greatest connections are often unseen. It's about faith, not in monsters, but in the profound, interconnected spirit of nature. The forest is not just a collection of trees and animals. It's a living entity, full of secrets and wisdom. My grandfather knew that, and on that day, in the heart of the Cascades, I came to know it too. I still wear the locket every day. It's no longer just a memory of my grandfather, but a reminder of the day the wilderness showed me its heart. It reminds me to look beyond what I think I know, to listen with more than just my ears, and to believe in the possibility of magic hiding in plain sight. It's a story I don't tell often, but it's one I carry with me always. The day a Bigfoot returned my most prized possession and left me with a lesson in compassion that has forever changed the way I walk through the world. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've had an experience that's changed your perspective, I'd love to read about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing for more stories from the wild.